Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode. It's been a while since I've done any kind of a tutorial video, and with this DeFi space pumping out all of these new, every kind of a thing you can do with your tokens these days, they're definitely giving me a lot of material to work with. So this video is going to be the first of 3, maybe more, who knows, probably gonna have to add these as they come along. But first of several new tutorial videos, kind of a series leading up to the next one. So this one is going to be going over how and why you can wrap your Ethereum to achieve wrapped Ethereum and use that on different decentralized exchanges. So let's get into why you would need to even do this. So Ethereum is the native token of the Ethereum network. And this one came first, with the Ethereum tokens coming afterward. The advent of those Ethereum tokens, also known as ERC20 tokens, that kind of standard didn't exist until the tokens were created. So technically, the Ethereum doesn't necessarily abide by those same rules or have the same kind of attributes as an ERC20 token would. So these new DeFi tokens that are coming out that are being listed on decentralized exchanges, long story short, it makes it much more easy for these coins and for you to interact with these new tokens. Say you want to trade one of these tokens for Ethereum, it's much easier to do so if you are in possession of a wrapped Ethereum, because in that way, both a wrapped Ethereum and an ERC20 token are both ERC20 tokens, and they can interact in a much more reliable way. So because this is all kind of coming to fruition with this brand new DeFi space, hopefully this won't actually be needed in the future in order to enact the changes that would make Ethereum have these same attributes as an ERC20 token. It's going to take some changes to the code for Ethereum and the Ethereum virtual machine. So that is definitely, not going to happen anytime instantly, but as this space grows and gets more attention, and as this whole wrapped Ethereum becomes more of a thorn in people's sides, I think there's going to be a lot more motivation to make this issue go away. And if you're not sure why it's an issue, transaction fees. More or less, I'd say that's a huge indication. Just wrapping your Ethereum, really, literally what you're doing is you're trading your Ethereum for a wrapped Ethereum, for an Ethereum that has ERC20 token status. You're not really making a trade. You're not really going to earn any money from or make any profit from this, but you will be paying transaction fees. I did a test transaction doing this shortly before recording this video, and the transaction fee was $10 just to create a token that has more functionality, really. If you want to learn more of why this is needed, I have, of course, included for you a very helpful article down below in the video description. I encourage you to go ahead and check that out and read up on that. It'll definitely give you much more in-depth onto why this is an issue. So, wrapped Ethereum, it's available on many of these popular decentralized exchanges like Kyber Network, like Uniswap, like Radar Relay, like 0x. All of these give you the ability to trade your Ethereum for wrapped Ethereum. Here's the thing. Uniswap is great. It is definitely growing due to its inclusion of these liquidity pools. They're incentivizing people to lend liquidity to use Uniswap, getting paid for it. It's all great. I wish Uniswap had interoperability with Ledger. I don't know why it's not happening yet. I hope it's in the works and it's going to be coming out anytime soon. So because Uniswap doesn't have any functionality with hardware wallets yet, not on Ledger, not on Trezor, I am going to err on the side of encouraging you to use platforms that do let you use your hardware wallets. Like, for example, Kyber Network. That it will be the platform that I'm using for this demonstration. I know MetaMask is growing in popularity because it's so dang convenient, and it is, really easy to use with a lot of different Ethereum platforms, but I got a thorn in my side about MetaMask. Maybe in the next video, I will talk about that, because the next video will be using Uniswap as the tutorial platform. So I'm going to say that for the next tutorial. If you guys are wondering what issues I do have with MetaMask, if you're not aware, go ahead and be sure to hit subscribe with that bell notification turned on, so then you can be notified when that video comes out, and you can check that out as well. Trying to keep this one short and sweet. So let's get right into how to wrap your Ethereum into WETH. Going right into it, we're going to go to kyberswap.com. I have my Ledger hardware wallet here. It is opened and in the Ethereum application on my hardware wallet. Additionally, you will need to have your contract data enabled. If you don't know how to do that, on your device, use the right-hand button and to swipe over to the settings option, select it, and you're going to see the screen say contract data allowed. Contract data in transactions. It will either say allowed or not allowed. Pretty much hit both buttons to go between those two options, make sure it is allowed. And then you can go ahead and go back and you'll be within your Ethereum application. So I already have some Ethereum loaded up on this account that I will be using. So here on kyberswap.com, this is a home page. We go to Connect Wallet and we will be choosing Ledger. We have other options, of course, MetaMask. We also have Trezor, Taurus, or a Kyber network promo code. Other options also include a Coinbase wallet, a Wallet Connect, key store file, or private key. Those last two options, I would not be using those just because that should be like a once only use. And that's not necessarily the most convenient or safe way to do that, because you will be exposing your private key. So don't be planning on using that wallet after this transaction if you are using that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Ledger. And for many people, if you have a specific, account, if you have multiple accounts or wallets on your Ledger that there's one in particular that you're looking for and it's not showing up on a screen like this, one trick here is the derivation path. Especially if you're interacting with Ledger Live. Like I interact with I've set up these accounts using Ledger Live. If you go ahead and click on this drop-down menu, you see the Ledger Legacy or Ledger Live. If it's not showing up and you're on the Ledger Legacy option, go to Ledger Live, and I think it makes it much more easy where it shows you the accounts or the wallets that have balances right off the bat. Because you could scroll for days and they're pretty much showing you all of the potential accounts that you could have, all the potential addresses that you could have set up. And so thanks to those Merkle trees, that could go on for quite some time. So go ahead and make sure you're on the Ledger Live derivation path and select the account that you want to interact with for this swap to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and swap Ethereum. I'm just going to do a little bit. Keep in mind, you can't swap. You need to keep some Ethereum on your wallet to cover the transaction fees, the gas fees. Man, they are expensive. So just keep that in mind. If for some reason these aren't going through and you don't know what's happening, it's because you don't have enough money, enough Ethereum on your wallet to cover the transaction fees. You need to have enough to cover the potential, like the maximum fees that they could impart. Okay, so I'll just do... Let's do 0.5 Ethereum. And so you're going to swap from Ethereum to wrapped ETH. So KyberSwap makes it really easy. They have wrapped Ethereum already listed right there, right at the top for you to make the switch. Sometimes whether it's wrapped Ethereum or any other, if it's like especially a new token and it's not showing up in this list, all you need to do is find the contract address for that token, the right contract address, not a scammy one, and input that, and then that will automatically add it to the availability for you to make the trade on that decentralized exchange. I will go over that also in the next video on Uniswap. But so here for this purpose, for KyberSwap, it's right here. So go ahead and switch, and it'll be 1 for 1. Because again, it's not any other different token. It's just representing Ethereum in an ERC20 form. Go ahead and click swap now, and then they will show you the max transaction fee, which is really expensive. It's like 20 bucks. Which is pretty much more than what I'm trying to swap for at this moment. Again, I did this shortly before I started recording this, and it said the max was going to be 20, but really it ended up being 10. So it is a variable. Okay, you go ahead and hit confirm on the screen, and then they're going to ask you to verify on your device. And they had me verify 17 different fields. Oops, I accidentally rejected it. So go ahead and verify and approve. Go through all of these. To approve, you scroll until you see the approve screen, and then you hit both of the buttons to verify that and to actually approve it. So you're gonna have to do some scrolling, do some button clicking. And this new Ledger Nano X is kind of annoying with the buttons. Sometimes they get stuck, and that is not always fun to deal with. Anyway, field 10, field 11. I think last time it was like there should be about 17. So getting through these, approving, field 17. Okay, review transactions. So you see your amount of Ethereum, the address that you are interacting with, the fees involved, and accept and send. Okay, so go ahead and send it. And now we are waiting for the transaction to be mined. They're giving you the transaction hash and also links to view these on websites like Etherscan or on Kyber's Block Explorer as well. We can go ahead and open that and see what happens. They give you the estimated confirmation duration. Man, when I first did this, it was 45 seconds. Now it's saying it'll take 2 minutes. And again, the maximum transaction fee cost could be $20. Again, that's not locked in. It could be much less. So these growing transaction fees, it is a pain in the butt for a lot of people who are wanting to participate in this DeFi space, who are wanting to farm and, take their, okay, it already went through. Nice. In about 20 seconds it went through. And the fees were $9. So I paid some money to make this video for you guys, but I think it's worth it. There's a lot of risks involved with DeFi, of course, with the health and the security of the actual smart contracts that you're interacting with. There's risks there. There's risks that the coins that you're actually farming are actually, might not be anything. It might be vaporware. You might be farming a real shit coin. And of course, these risks, the very realistic risk of the high transaction fees, you're really going to have to balance all of that out to determine if the profits that you're making are actually worth it, the investment that you're putting into this. So there's Wrapped Ethereum for you, how you do it, why you need it. Next up, we'll be going over Uniswap, the wallets that you can use on Uniswap, and why I'm definitely avoiding one of those wallets. Additionally, the liquidity pools on Uniswap and how you could be making a profit with that. That's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope that you guys found this one informative and helpful. I appreciate it if you leave a like, and if you haven't already, please hit subscribe with that bell notification turned on so you can get more videos like this. I'll be coming to you again very soon, but until then, I hope you're staying happy and healthy.